All right, everyone. Welcome to this month's podcast. I'm Ty.
I'm Drew.
I'm Jayden.
Today, we're going to be talking about MLB prediction.
A special thanks to Silver Sky Woodworking for the support of our channel. Without them, it would be impossible to record this. If any of our listeners need custom furniture, accent walls, cutting boards, custom cabinets, they should head over to ViridianNews.org and click the link for Silver Sky. We're also always looking for new sponsors, so let us know on ViridianNews.org if you would like to be a part of our work and reach our audience with us.
Okay, so starting off with the first question, who do you guys think will win the World Series?
Give me the Dodgers.
You
The Dodgers
are wrong.
are stacked with tons of talent.
I know,
It's
but
insane.
they don't know how to use it. You've
It
seen
doesn't
the last.
matter how you use it
Yes,
when
it
you
do-
have that much.
Well, if you have that much, like they did in 21 and 22, and
But
last
they're better.
year,
But they're better.
I think the Rangers repeat. I think that Corey Seager goes off the season and just blows everyone out of the water.
Honestly, I have a feeling the Braves will win, obviously, but I think the Dodgers also stand a good chance to win the World Series. All right, so who will be a surprise contender who could make the deep playoff?
Don't sleep on the Seattle Mariners.
You know, for once, I actually
They
kind
will
of
be
agree
a
with
dark
you.
horse in the MLB
For
this year
once,
behind Julio Rodriguez and Luis Castillo.
for the first time in a while, I actually kind of agree with you on that. I think that the Mariners could give the Rangers a run for their money, maybe in the divisional, maybe in the division race. I don't see anyone stopping the Rangers out of the AL.
I agree with both of you on that one. Okay, so next question. Who will disappoint a lot of people? Like which team?
The Mets.
The Padres.
The Mets are pretenders.
The Mets have always been pretenders.
They went after Yamamoto. They didn't get Yamamoto.
They went
Their
after.
season's collapsed.
Well, they
It's
also
over.
went after 3 or 4 other people, and they still didn't get them. So I think you have a good point there. But I also think the Padres are not going to be anything. I mean, they have a first-year manager with the team, and they also have this useless young talent other than Machado and Tatis. They also got rid of Soto, which was a very questionable move. They're going to maybe hit 500.
The Mets and the Padres had a very embarrassing run last year, so I think they'll disappoint this year too. All right, next question. Who will win the AL?
Standing by this, the Seattle Mariners. Can't change my mind.
I have already said it before, but I'll go with their division rival, the Rangers.
I'll go with the Rangers too. All right, so who will win the NL?
It's really tough between the Braves and the Dodgers. They're going to play in the NLCS. But as a loyal Braves fan, I have to go with the Dodgers. I mean, they spent way too much money to just not at least make a World Series appearance this year. Unless Shohei, Freddie Freeman, and Mookie Betts all have horrible injuries,
I'm going with the Dodgers.
they're going with the series.
I'm going with the Dodgers. I've been a Braves fan long enough, and if I said anything about they're going to win, they're not going to win. So the Dodgers are going to win.
Yeah, the Dodgers are probably going to win. All right, so next question. Who will win each division?
Okay, don't hate. The Orioles, Twins, Mariners, Braves, Brewers, and Dodgers. That's my 6.
I agree with you on most, but I think the Braves win the East, Cubs win the Central, and Dodgers in the West for the NL. But for the East and the AL, give me the Yankees. Give me the Guardians for the Central, and then give me the Astros for the West. I think the Astros will win the division, but I don't think they'll make the series. I don't think they have it in them.
Okay, so next question. Who will win the NL and AL MVP?
This is an easy one. For the NL, it's going to be a Brave. It's going to be Matt Olson or it's going to be Acuna. And then for the AL, it's probably going to be Acuna again. I mean, you can't just put up 60-60 numbers or 50-50 numbers and not expect to have high hopes in the MVP season. Then Corey Seager for the AL. Easy. Without Tony out of the way, Seager's got this on locks.
Ronnie Acuna, I gotta agree with that one. But in the AL, I got Julio Rodriguez.
I don't see him winning it after a very slow. You have to think last season he started very, very slow. In his rookie season, he started slow. If he starts off slow, he can't win that thing.
But he's not.
but he did last 2 seasons.
Is it a new season?
You can't start off slow and win MVP based off one half. That's the argument they try to make with Mookie Betts, and he lost.
All right. So next question: who will be the Rookie of the Year for the NL and AL?
I feel like this is another easy one. For the NL, give me Yamamoto, and then for the AL, I guess Jackson Holiday.
Yeah,
I've got the same thing.
me too.
It's really not a good rookie race this year unless you're considering last year's rookies to still be this year's rookies based on playing time. I don't see it. I really don't.
It's really hard to predict. Someone might come out of nowhere, but we'll see.
Yeah.
All right. So who will win the CY Young Awards for the NL and AL?
Spencer Strider. He is too good.
Gosh, no.
The work he has been putting in.
Listen. I love Strider, but if he can't keep his ERA down, then Zach Gallen has an easy Cy Young. And then
Also got Luis Castillo.
I got George Kirby, his teammate, for the AL.
I got Spencer Strider for the NL. All right. So next question: who will have the best record this season?
The Dodgers.
The Braves.
The Dodgers.
The Braves.
The Dodgers.
The Braves are too overpowered for the regular season, but when the postseason comes around, they might choke it up.
I say the Braves.
It's an NL team for sure.
All right. So who will have the worst record in baseball?
The Rockies.
The Rockies.
They're so bad.
They're so. I mean, at least the Athletics can play a little baseball. They have some young prospects, but the Rockies have nothing. They're just bad.
They're rock bottom.
Okay. All right. So will the Dodgers' big spending pay off with the ring?
That's actually a little tough because
Absolutely.
not this year.
Absolutely. This year.
It will not be this year.
It will be this
not
year.
be this year.
It will
It'll
be
be
this
either
year.
next year or the year after because there is no way.
All right. We can agree. Some point in the next 5 years.
Some point in the next 3 years.
Okay. Yeah. Probably this year.
Probably next year.
I think the spending was definitely a choice, but
Yeah, it was a little much.
but,
Almost $1.5 billion.
But they got some pretty
They spent
good.
a pretty
Could
penny.
use a salary cap.
We should definitely get a salary cap for the MLB. This is ridiculous.
All right. So next question: what is one thing that the Braves can improve upon so they can win another season?
Consistency. That's what it comes down to.
It's pitching, man.
Yeah.
We need a solid fifth starter, and we need some bullpen help. We lost Jesse Chavez, and Joe Jimenez is not bringing it in. So we need more. We need more help. They're aging.
I think the Braves, as it stands now, are fine, but they could definitely improve on some aspects. So next question: who is the most electric player in baseball?
Ronald Acuna.
Ronald Acuna, but do not rule out Ellie De La Cruz, man.
I don't even know.
No.
Who that is.
You saw him last
overhyped.
year. No. You saw
Overhyped.
his 1 month run. Imagine that for a full season.
I still think Acuna.
I do too, but don't count him out.
What separates the Phillies and winning a title after 2 years of failing?
A lot of things.
There's a lot that separates them. But if I had to choose one, I would say that they don't have that winning mentality. I mean, wild card team 2 years in a row, start off slow in the regular season.
They're just not good. I don't know how to say that.
That's also a pretty good.
I mean, they just have to have that mentality like, we have to win this or else.
Okay, so will Ohtani be able to perform as well with the Dodgers?
No. Straight up, no.
Not as well.
Not as well.
But he'll still do good.
But good for him
But-
is like 300, 36 homers.
It's hard to maintain that.
Yeah, it's really hard, especially after Tommy John.
I'm not saying it's not going to have a good year.
I'm just saying
it's not going to be the last year.
I'm just saying he's not going to finish like top 5 in MVP voting.
He's still like a pretty good player, so I feel it won't be like a huge hindrance on him. But
Yeah.
it's still gonna knock him down a little.
Yeah, it's going to.
Okay, will Ohtani be able to compete for MVP after Tommy John?
I don't think so. I think there are 5
Nope.
better candidates better than. I can name off 5 right now that'll.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not happening.
I can see Acuna,
Not this year.
Tatis, Olsen, Freeman, Betts, or even maybe Corbin Carroll. I could see him just not being able to keep up. The only reason he won last year was because he was an MVP, or he was a pitcher.
So, next question. What was the biggest surprise from last season?
100% the Diamondbacks making the World Series,
That was pretty surprising.
making one of the last wild card spots, demolishing a Dodgers team that was really good during the regular season, and then beating a Phillies team that looked unstoppable from the NLCS, and then unfortunately falling to the Rangers. But it's either the Diamondbacks or the Orioles, one of those two.
I was kind of surprised on the pitch clock. I thought a lot more people would get caught up in it.
I mean, I didn't really mind it that much. I mean, it's just,
Thought there'd be a lot more violations.
yeah.
All right. Speaking of the Diamondbacks, do you think they'll have a repeat success from last year?
I don't think they'll do as good, but I think they'll still make the wild card.
I feel like if they keep doing what they're
They
doing,
will fall apart.
Yeah.
if they keep doing what they do and they improve, then they'll be able to do good. All right. Who is one player who will be a failure or a bust?
It'll be a Philly. I'm just telling you that right now. It's going to be a Philly.
I've got Nico Hornier.
I got him too.
I have Nick Castellanos or Trey Turner, man.
Not Turner the Burner. He's
Turner
too
the
good.
Burger. He's getting old, and he's on his last couple years,
Stop
man.
it. Stop it.
No, speedsters like him can't stay in the game for a long time, man.
Thank you guys for tuning in to this month's podcast. Be sure to check out our previous podcast from January.
Next episode, we're going to be tuning in for the March Madness Election Sunday.
And always remember,
Go Dogs.